Yo, what is up, guys? So today we're talking about a middleweight fight between Rodolfo Vieira and Anthony Hernandez at UFC Fight Night Holly vs. Cater. And before I get into this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you guys don't miss when I post a new video. That'd be absolutely insane. But guys, Rodolfo Vieira versus Anthony Hernandez, a middleweight fight. Rodolfo Vieira, the 24th best middleweight fighter in the world. Anthony Hernandez, I believe, is ranked 50th at middleweight worldwide. They have sort of similar records. Rodolfo Vieira is undefeated as a pro MMA fighter at 7 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. Anthony Hernandez has 7 wins and only 2 losses. Those only 2 losses coming inside of the UFC to Marcus Perez by Anaconda choke submission, and then Kevin Holland by TKO. He's beaten one guy inside of the UFC so far in Jun Young Park by Anaconda choke submission around a year and a half ago. Rodolfo Vieira is the minus 500 heavy favorite to win this fight. Anthony Hernandez is the plus 400 heavy underdog to win this fight. They're sort of similar ages. Rodolfo Vieira is 31 years old. Anthony Hernandez is 27 years old, so no real age advantage for either fighter in this fight. Rodolfo Vieira, 6 foot tall, so is Anthony Hernandez. They have sort of similar reaches, a little advantage there for Anthony Hernandez, as Anthony Hernandez has a reach of 75 inches. Rodolfo Vieira has a reach of 73 inches. And guys, as I said at the beginning of the video, Rodolfo Vieira, an absolutely humongous favorite to win the fight at minus 500. He is a 5-1 favorite over Anthony Hernandez. I'm telling you guys right now, if you guys are doing a parlay for this fight card, put Rodolfo Vieira in every single one of those parlays. There's no way you're not going to put Rodolfo Vieira in those parlays. This dude is absolutely insane. The Tapology predictions for this fight, out of 850 different votes, 95% of the vote are going for Rodolfo Vieira to win the fight, mainly by submission. Literally every single one of these Tapology predictors are saying that Rodolfo Vieira is going to get a submission in the first or second round. That is very likely of an outcome to happen in this fight. Rodolfo Vieira, his submission skills are absolutely insane. There's literally no one that thinks Rodolfo Vieira is going to get a knockout. That makes perfect sense. He's obviously going to try to get the fight to the ground and go for submission after submission after submission. Some people have him winning the fight by decision. I mean, it's very possible, but the first and second round is going to be so dominant for Rodolfo Vieira. He's going to go for so many submissions and most likely get one in the first or second round. But who knows, guys? It could go all the way, and he could win the fight by unanimous decision. But only 5% of the vote out of 850 different Tapology predictions are going for Anthony Hernandez to win the fight, mainly by knockout, and then some people have him winning the fight by unanimous decision, and then like 1 or 2 people have him winning the fight by submission. I'm telling you guys right now, Anthony Hernandez is 100% not getting a submission over Rodolfo Vieira in this fight. There is no way. It's literally going to be impossible to submit one of the best submission artists in the middleweight division right now. I mean, there's no way Anthony Hernandez is going to do that. And I mean, come on, look at Rodolfo Vieira's record, 7-0, an undefeated middleweight fighter, already 2 wins inside the UFC. He started his career as a pro MMA fighter back in 2017, got a first round rear naked choke submission win, got a third round arm triangle choke submission win, got a first round TKO win inside of ACB, got a first round rear naked choke submission win over Jacob Holly Montagu, then a first round rear naked choke submission win again, joined the UFC in 2019, back in August, got a win over Oscar Piechota with a second round arm triangle choke submission, and then most recently, back in March of 2020, back at UFC 248, he got a submission win over Sapirvek Savarov by first round arm triangle choke submission. And guess what, guys? Literally every single one of those 7 pro MMA wins, including the 2 that were inside of the UFC, I mean, every single one of them have been a finish. That's absolutely insane. Only one of them has been a TKO, all the rest being submissions by either rear naked choke submission or arm triangle choke submission. He really likes that arm triangle choke or the rear naked choke. Those are his 2 specialties when he tries to submit you in MMA. But guys, let's look at his opponent, Anthony Hernandez. He's also a very good middleweight fighter, 7 wins with only 2 losses. He actually started his career back in 2014, but he did have a small amateur career ranging back from 2011, got 4 straight wins, got 2 more wins, got yet another win, got a first round knockout win over Matt Wilson, lost his next fight to undefeated 7-0 Justin Jones by first round rear naked choke submission inside of KOTC, and then came back with a second round arm triangle choke submission win over Eric Smith. And that's actually where he decided to become a pro MMA fighter back in 2014 and got a first round knockout win over Trey Williams, a first round guillotine choke submission win over Kenny Ento, and then a first round guillotine choke submission win over Preston Snook. And guess what? Another first round guillotine choke submission win over Jumok Hunter. And then guess what, guys? Another first round standing guillotine choke submission win over Mike Persson. That is 4 first round guillotine choke submissions in a row. That is, I've never seen anyone get 4 guillotine choke submissions in a row. After that, he was 5-0 as a pro MMA fighter and joined the LFA in his next fight in 2018. And guess what, guys? He ended up fighting Brendan Allen in a main event at LFA 32. And guess what, guys? He won that fight by unanimous decision. It was the first fight in his pro MMA career that went all the way to a decision, and he won that one by unanimous decision. But in his next fight on Dana White's Contender Series, he ended up fighting Jordan Wright and won the fight by first round knockout. I'm not really sure what happened. He did win the fight by first round knockout, but it was turned to a no contest later on that year. After that no contest with Jordan Wright, he did get a shot inside the UFC and ended up fighting Marcus Perez in his first fight inside the UFC, and ended up getting his first ever pro MMA loss by second round anaconda choke submission. Came back after that loss against Marcus Perez with a second round anaconda choke submission of his own against Jun Young Park, but lost his next fight to Kevin Holland by first round TKO, and he does look to get a win here against Rodolfo Vieira in this fight. Alright guys, so you already know what I'm going to say here. Rodolfo Vieira is obviously going to win this fight. I mean, come on, 24th best middleweight fighter in the world, undefeated, already 2 wins inside of the UFC, every single one of his wins coming by finish, 6 of the wins coming by submission, 1 by TKO, minus 500, heavy favorite to win the fight. I mean, how could I bet against this man? How could I say that Anthony Hernandez, who is 1-2 inside the UFC, is going to beat Rodolfo Vieira, one of the best grapplers inside the UFC, no matter the division? I mean, this dude is an absolute beast. Rodolfo Vieira, in my opinion, is going to absolutely dominate the fight on the ground in the first round. It's very likely that Rodolfo Vieira will get the finish there. But in my opinion, I think the second round is going to be where Rodolfo Vieira does get the finish against Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez does have some pretty good submission defense, so I think the first round he can get away from some of Rodolfo Vieira's submissions. But in the second round, I do think that that's where Rodolfo Vieira is going to latch on to another one of his arm triangle choke submissions or a rear naked choke submission. But yeah, my prediction for this fight is 100% Rodolfo Vieira by submission in the first or second round. Alright guys, so if you agree, or maybe you guys disagree with that prediction, make sure to put your predictions in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys think is going to happen in this middleweight fight. In my opinion, I obviously have Rodolfo Vieira winning the first or second round by submission, but maybe you guys think that Rodolfo Vieira is going to go out there and get a TKO, maybe a knockout in this fight. Whatever your prediction for this fight is, put that in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys think. But yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you guys don't miss when I post a new video. There are so many more fights on this UFC Fight Night Holloway versus Cater. We've already done the Max Holloway versus Calvin Cater prediction. We just did the Rodolfo Vieira Anthony Hernandez prediction. We already did Omar Akhmedov versus Tom Breese prediction, Santiago Ponzinibbio and Jinglan Lee prediction. There are so many other fights on this fight card. But yeah, guys, if you guys don't want to miss when I do predictions for these other amazing fights on this UFC Fight Night, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. But that is it for the video. I'm out of here.